is Australia, the vast majority of us have someone we can rely on in a time of need. A majority of us know our neighbours by name and say we are close to our families and friends. But here in WA, the most geographically isolated state in Australia, 27% of people who live here say they never feel lonely. So what's their secret? I'm here to find out. First up, this city mouse is headed to the country to sit crooked and talk straight. I would like to know, does WA feel isolated from the rest of Australia?
No.
No, definitely not.
No.
In York, where we live, our community are very connected. We look after each other. We just work together as one big family.
Social contact is quite easy in this town.
I can leave home and say I'm just going down to get the paper or a bottle of milk, and it takes you half an hour because people on the way that stop and say, oh, hi Pete, how you going?
Do you ever feel lonely?
I never feel lonely.
Never?
Never feel lonely.
I'm shocked. I'm weirdly crying. I'm really sorry. I think that's so lovely, you know. I don't mean to be, it's just that I feel lonely so often. And I live in the city and I've got great family and friends, but I don't feel like the way you guys do feel about your community. I feel so isolated. Would you ever move to Sydney?
No.
I'm not doing any wonders for Sydney tourism here. With the exception of Tasmania, about half of us or more in every state say we feel very close to our families. But when it comes to our friends, the numbers are slightly lower, which probably has something to do with the pandemic. So, do we rely on our family more than our friends when the going gets tough?
Thing like the pandemic comes around the corner, you certainly realise that there are not many people you can rely on.
I feel less closer to my friends since the COVID pandemic because I can't go and visit them as regularly as I want to.
My sisters live in different parts of the country, so I have one sister who lives in Broome and another sister in Brisbane, so geographically we're apart but closer than ever.
We have felt closer and of course it's caused us much worry, in particular those friends and family in places that are not doing as well.
Oh my goodness, I can't stand my family at the moment. Gosh, they're driving me up the wall. No, I shouldn't say that. I love them to pieces. This is going on television. I love them dearly. I love them.
So in general, Australians are pretty happy with their relationships, right? End of story. Let's move on. Well, no. Here's a little gem I found in the Australia Talks data that you might want to sit down for. How's this? 10% of Australians say they have a secret that could end those relationships. That's 1 in 10. That's 2 in 20. That's right, you can do basic maths. But if you want to find these secrets out, I'll tell you where you go. That's right, a hair salon. Gossip Central. Plus, I only agreed to do this for the ABC if they let me get my hair done. What kind of secrets would end a relationship, do you think?
That they're cheating on their partner or they're fantasizing about somebody else.
What about if someone lies about having like a health condition and they don't have it?
I actually had that in my family. A grandfather that married into the family, he lied that he had cancer, shaved his head off and got all this money for, the treatment and that.
Oh my God!
And ended the relationship with my grandmother.
Who is faking cancer?
Matt, my cancer's not fake. I really do have cancer.
Do you, Fiona?
Yes. And I told Matt first because I thought, as everybody does, I'm going to lose my hair. I'm going to be on chemo, I'm going to lose my hair. So he's out of a job.
I love how your primary concern was your hairdresser's job.
Which is ridiculous. I do want to live, but I didn't want chemo or radiation, and I got my wish, even though it's because it's too late for chemo and radiation. Apparently, I've got a battle inside me. If it wasn't for the scans, I wouldn't believe it. I'm okay with it. I make jokes at work. You know, whenever anybody says something to me, I say, really? You're going to say that to the woman with cancer? So, let's be lighthearted about it. I'm not miserable about it.
So now you've had this diagnosis. Do you feel differently about keeping secrets?
I believe people's reactions is the reason why people don't broadcast things like that, which is understandable.
I just never considered that before, that maybe a secret's not a bad thing. Yeah. You would love to be faking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's enough people with it. You don't need to be faking it. No, you shouldn't fake anything in the world, really. Maybe orgasms, that's about it.
people of WA are not shy about sharing. So I'm taking this lucky dip of secrets and hitting the streets.
Not literally, of course. I just had my nails done.
What's my guilty pleasure? Probably spending money that I shouldn't be on games.
What's your biggest turn on? Nice smile.
What is your biggest fantasy? I have always dreamed, in being a teacher. So that's why at the moment I'm studying master's in teaching or teaching English to speakers of other languages.
Do you have a favourite friend? Not really, not particularly. But if I did, it'd be God.
Oh, you are an angel.
My biggest insecurity is my financial welfare. And as a retired person, you worry, how long will you live?
You'll live forever. You're a hottie.
I have to admit, the more I talk to the wonderful people of WA, where so many people say they never feel lonely, the less alone I felt. I mean, look at how many BFFs I made. I'd keep their secrets any day.